You give me butterflies inside. Listen here, this is the Black Girl Network right here. The Southern Black Girl version of the shit. I don't know where the camera is. I'm trying to get this little device over here on YouTube so I can see myself, All right. And advertise. Let me see. Can I watch myself as I'm live? Okay. Let me see. Okay. But can I hear me is the question. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I can hear myself. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I can hear myself. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I can hear myself. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I'm getting a horrible kickback every time. All right, so I'm gonna exit out of this. Blam. Damn, that shit right there. Goddamn, bust my eardrums open. I think I got that dog insensitive to certain sounds, hearing shit going on up in my head, Brtittney Griner. Let me see. I had a story that I was trying very hard to read. Okay, listen. There we are. How dry I am. Been a long time since I did that. All right, let me see. Good morning. Listen, I was trying to see, do I be looking at myself because I don't know where to look. This thing is tricky. And I don't know where to look. I think I'm supposed to maybe look at the little green light and talk. Anyway, I was just I got up this morning and I turned my telly on and I hear that Brtittney Griner is being released and I'm like happy, because I know what it feels like to be locked away inside of a cell and held against my will and not understanding why. But money would get me released now. It's that kidnapping and being held for a ransom. That been going on for years. How do we know Adam and Eve weren't kidnapped? And the scales that they call scales was really blindfolds that they was using to keep them in the dark. And I'm just saying, that because the Bible is really unclear on a whole lot of things. But yet I'm supposed to believe it, but I see a lot of the things that the customs and the ways of the Bible are still being practiced today. And that's the policing from the states and the mass weapons and the weapons of mass destruction from the state and the means that they'll go to protect themselves and their own interests. So I heard that a Saudi prince or some prince with help of all right, let's see if that will help me. How in the hell am I in shopping? I ain't trying to shop. Saudi Crown Prince MBS helped negotiate Brtittney Griner's release. That's what the New York Post has said. Now, I don't know. You ain't get this from me because I wasn't there. I was not there. I ain't had shit to do with that release. I was just worried about it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You in a foreign country locked the fuck up. You don't know no motherfucker. I don't know nobody there. I don't know nobody. The landmark prison swap that freed WNBA star Brtittney Griner from a Russian gulag. Don't quote me on how to pronounce this shit. Thursday was broken by none other than notorious Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It was revealed on Thursday, the Thursday of this week. Hey, Amber, don't care. How you doing this morning? The role of the Crown Prince, widely known as MBS, in the sensitive negotiation was outlined in a joint statement released by foreign minister in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. You know I can't pronounce that shit, but look, you ain't heard this shit from me. That shit came from the New York Post. I ain't got a damn thing to do with it, okay? Now, what they reporting is that this man right here, Mr. Mohammed, what's his name, his given name, MBS is what they calling him. Say he killed a United States journalist. Now, I don't know nothing about they laws that's on the books. I don't know how they treat criminals and the severity of what you have done. Because let's say with Brtittney Griner here with some cannabis oil or whatever it is, it might be considered a misdemeanor. She probably could have went before the judge. Why she ain't locked up anyway? For doing what she want to do. That's that women's right. You know, it trickles down. Even though it was a man or whoever it was that wanted the right to bear slaves. Just like some want the right to bear arms. And you have this one person who calling all the shots. Back in the day, they called him God. He was a judge or whatever he was. He was the head of the priest and all of those things. And then here he did what he did was he went and got Mary pregnant now. He told her to flee the city because you know what they did to women. I remember now, the woman rights have been taken away from her. She does not have the right to decide what she want to do with her own body. I don't care if it's an abortion. It has nothing to do with me. It's an invasive procedure. She decides at what stage she want to remove anything from her body. It ain't got nothing to do with me. This is what we are. My sisters, I salute you. Stand hard and firm in what you believe. It is your decision. She didn't kill no fucking body, but some oil. And if you ain't never motherfucking had none, then stop knocking it. Knock, knock, knocking. It ain't got shit to do with you. Now, the drug of your choice might be some sugar. Have you tried stopping that recently and see what the consequences of your outcomes gonna be? Is it gonna be the same thing? I don't know. That's your journey. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm tired of female bashing others upside the head. We should be doing all we motherfucking can to pull it together. Because our children running wild in the motherfucking streets. Yes, there is. They out here with all of these weapons of mass destruction and killing everybody else. And you want to be telling Brtittney Griner, a grown-ass woman now, she's grown, what she can do. Who is you to decide? That's just how I feel. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And they done held that woman over there for how long? I know she was scared. I was scared for her. I was scared. I was afraid for her. Is this crime punishable to death in Russia? Every country make their own decisions on the severity of the crime now. Now, everybody said journalists ain't nothing but motherfucking spies because they'll stand outside your house with cameras and microphone and they'll secretly record you and then they show you up. Hey, Lee Campbell, how you doing? They'll secretly got you on camera, got you on tape now. How do I know they don't walk up to you first and say, I'll sell this to you now? Or else I'll go lie. Secretly watching people and saying that is acceptable. That's the law now. That's them spies, CIAs and all of that shit. Because that falls under the umbrella of who? The United States government, who tell us all what we gonna do. And I stay in motherfucking line. Good morning, how you doing? You better stay in line. Because Master will bash your head to the white meat and won't nothing be done about it. Then they'll throw your ass behind bars and leave you there. Somebody come, please, come get me out. That's what be going on. And we act like we don't give a fuck. She shouldn't have had no weed. Well, you shouldn't have your pills. You shouldn't have your sugar. You let your shit go. Don't even have a beer from now to then. No, 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 no. You can't have nothing. Weed is all motherfucking natural. Why is it illegal anyway? You got bitches out there on helping bring other bitches down just because of a nickel. Or they jealous of that bitch. For whatever the reason, I be hating on a bitch. Look at that bitch. She got a badass shape on her. But I don't want to stand in her motherfucking way of success. I don't want to have her pay for me. What that little baby name? Shanquilla Robinson. And motherfuckers took her off, her compadres, your homegirls, your sis. That's what they should ride a motherfucking die. We going down this evening together because we'd have been fighting against anybody else. Bullshit. But I try to talk people out there, top of their motherfucking tree, because I don't like striking. I don't like being hit. That shit don't feel good. Don't it, do you? Oh, bruised. I done got old, ain't cute like I used to be. I'm sagging. I ain't got time to be fighting and bruised all up. Hell to the no. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't got time. Nobody got time for that. But happy that she would be locked up over there. That far away from anybody. A woman now, all of her rights strapped down in a moment and throwed her in the jail and held her for ransom now. Now, because they said, because the Prince of Mohammed had to go over yonder and negotiate it. He, the prince of whatever they call themselves, the ones who own the most, get to make the most decision and decision making. And then the monarchy, then it fall in the line of the royals. And they all in shoulder, because they've all went to the schools together, the finishing schools, the beginning schools. And all of those schools, they become allies, either enemies. You've seen hogwash. You see how all them little cliques and all them different families up in there, and the people that get the higher learning, and some of that magic shit that we see, that shit might be real. You don't know. Do you know? You don't know. We don't know what real and not no way no more. I don't even know. Sometimes I be wondering, is I'm really him? Then I pinch myself, and I don't pinch too hard though, because it might leave a bruise my heart. Anyhow, I'm glad that they released her. I'm happy for her, and I'm happy that she is home. And I pray for the release of a lot of people who've only had some weed, or even if they had some drugs on them, whatever kind of drugs that it was that they were not supposed to have. Because you cannot make people stop doing what they're going to do. I don't care how many suppliers you lock away. Throw away the key, lock them away, and throw away the key. And don't ever, ever, ever let them back out again. It's still an individual's decision. And then to do whatever they're going to do with their own life. I don't get to decide that. I don't get to choose what you're going to do with your life. You old enough to know what you want to do. And then here I am. I come steal you and have you locked away. And see that right there, just being locked away and not being able to be free. We supposed to be free. We're not supposed to be locked in a room. Your thoughts get that bounce and they get real close. Because them old thoughts right there, they might be like an energy when they come out of our head. And some of them real, real strong. And they don't need to bounce off that wall. We need to be outside and be free. Not so, because our freedom has been taken away. Our freedom has been taken away. And it's so easy for it to happen. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You get the right person on the bad side of their good day. This a good day for them when they throwed your ass up in there, because sometimes you might not survive. Police have full access to you, to baton, but then they got to have all of that gear to make sure you don't hurt them now. All while they hurting you and abusing you and batching your rights upside the head. I got problems with how we conduct business with one another and thinking that it's okay now. You got some motherfuckers out yonder who think that it's okay to abuse someone else and to snatch their rights from up under them. but you ain't never done walked in that way, and you don't understand what it feel like. I can't tell who want to take Oxycontin not to take it. You got this new stuff out here called fentanyl, and people gonna take it, even if they gonna take it. They gonna try because they want to see, is it as bad as they say it is? Are they looking for that bad, that next level? Because we ain't never satisfied. We ain't never satisfied. More, more, more. I must have more. I must have more. And that's coming from an addict. Kicking that sugar habit was not easy. Oh, hell no. Coming off them antidepressants. Oh no. Oh my gosh. You talking about a horrible feeling. If I had known that they were going to make me feel that bad. I didn't do research. It wasn't until I was coming off of them and the side effects was horrible, and I started doing research on the pills. So now I try to do research on the pill before I take it. I try to live as natural life as possible with as few additives as possible. That's even in my food, because them side effects can be bad. And if you ain't never had no side effects, then please, please, please leave the junkies alone. They suffering, I promise you. When they can't get it and they have to go without it, oh my gosh, they gotta have a fix to make it go away. And you don't understand. I ain't done been no junkie, but I done been on like coming off that effexor. That shit was not easy to come off of. Sugar wasn't easy to come off of. The headaches, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. The cravings. When I got close to it, my mouth would just water up. So right now, I still do sugar, but I try to limit myself, because if I have a little bit, then it gonna spike me to want more. So I try very hard to limit, and I allow myself some. And then I try hard not to bring a whole lot into the house. Every time, if I'm out, I would get me one of them teeny tiny little pieces. And you know that shit that went up. It's hard to find some goddamn chocolate for a dime. What's the matter, Zion? Why y'all want so much money? What they doing with all that money? I must know. I need some of that money. What the hell are they doing with all of that money? The more we spend, the more they motherfucking want. The higher shit keep getting. I don't even go shopping now just for a little bit of food. It's all I can afford. And everything else, I am trying very hard not to go broke. I've been broke my whole life. It ain't easy to survive out here. When you only make a certain amount of money, then your income fixed too, because it's the same old shit. You living the same life as someone who gets Social Security. You ain't making no more money. And education is being used. Well, I shall say lack of education is being used. You got a lot of people who weren't given the privilege to graduate. I didn't graduate. It wasn't that it was taken away from me. I took it away from myself. I took it upon myself to quit school. I hated school from the time I started. It wasn't. And I think that the classrooms and the schools are way too big, which can be overwhelming for some people. And what's out there for them? Hey, Lisa, how you doing, Lynn? What you up to this morning? I just want to say again that I am so happy that Miss Brtittney has been released and is back with her loved ones. I don't care who she lay down with. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. Both of them ladies look like they are of age. All right, now I'm finna get ready to go out the door in a little bit too, honey. Oh, and it's 4:07. I need to get up and get moving, so I won't be late. Look, you have a wonderful day. I love y'all. And it's hard to stay safe. All we had to do is try to be cautious of our surroundings. That's all we can do, is try to be safe. But I see just so much stuff. I stopped looking at the news and shit like that. I have a lot on my mind, so I am just trying to express myself and say, y'all be great in your greatness. Have a great day. Y'all divas rock it, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I am trying very hard to get me a garden started. I'm in my funk. I be in my funk. I don't know if I gave y'all the man named Hargrove man at the GBI place and asked that what you call, and him call the GBI's office and say my son name, Jeremy Carlos Miller. Jeremy Carlos Miller. 411 89 the year he was born. He was murdered February the 7th, 2001. If you would call and say, please reopen the investigation. Let's get something done about that. You know, it take a village sometime to get some shit taken care of. I feel like I walked by myself with the weight of that on my shoulders. And then I didn't express myself and how I was feeling because a lot of people that knew me really didn't want to hear it. I don't know if they were hurting too, just didn't want me to hurt. Because sometimes you hurt when you talk about it, but it's good to talk about it and to get that hurt out. Because the more you talk about it, the better you can feel. Our little one gone and they ain't coming back. And you stole something that you can never and you won't ever in all of my lifetime. You can't give it back. When it's gone, it's gone. That's that life of somebody else. And people can take it so freely. People can take it away. Don't care. Have no emotional consequences about it. I don't know how people can be bred that way. I don't know if they're groomed that way at birth. To be absent-minded in murdering someone and to not feel no remorse for it. I don't know what make people, lose their mind. I call that insanity. When you take somebody else's life away. I feel you, sister. When you take somebody's life away, I mean, were they kicking, screaming? What could they have done so bad that make you take their life? That's the most precious gift that we are given on this planet. Is the gift of life. What I decide to do with my life, I have to meditate on it on a daily basis because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't. And I got to stay fresh in my mind because, you see it everywhere. So I cut that shit off so I can stay fresh in my mind and not be misled by what I see on TV or get no ideas or no notions or no intentions. I want to keep on pushing forward in a positive thing that life is a positive thing. Life is a positive thing. Because now we have the ability to work here and to help the earth and to help others and to grow and to be productive in this world. Death is negative. You cut all that off and all the potential that person had to bring. And you got people who stand in trials. Like I said, perhaps Brtittney Griner. Thank you. I'm so happy she's been released. Perhaps her charges are a lot less than the journalist. Because that's the spies. Those are spies. And the person who's still held behind. I can't call his name. But there's another person being detained. Does it matter? How many Hispanic people are being held here in the United States of America simply for being here? They didn't do nothing wrong. I seen images. Now, I don't know if it's true now. I'm just saying, you didn't hear this from me. This is not my source from myself. I only seen it elsewhere that little children were being held in cages. What happened to them now? That really frightens me. Where are they now? What if the parents out there is frantically looking for their child? Why did you separate them? Why did you take the child away from the mom in the first place and put them in separate cages? Cage mine with me. Cage mine with me. If you're going to cage us together, which is what should have been done. Now, where them children at and who accounts for them? Who here? Who here? What's going on? What's the matter, Zion? I'm so busy throwing stones at you, I done forgot about mine and me and my horrible acts and my atrocious acts. And then we cannot go to other countries and do nothing. You can go over there. Motherfucker being stoned to death. If you're gonna be stoned, if I be stoned to death, I want to be stoned to death here in the United States of America, where I speak English, country English at that. When they said that bitch did this and that and they finna stone her, she was fucking. You mean she was fucking? That's all she was doing, just having some intercourse, and they gonna stone the bitch? Hell yeah, the bitch got pregnant. That's what's happening in some of these places where people are being arrested. The sentence is death. That shit's still happening in some cultures, in some places that I have heard. Look, I got to get the hell up and go to work. I done gossiped enough already. Look, y'all have a great day. Pray. Keep prayers up for your sisters. Keep prayer up for our kind. Because we few, it's a whole lot of men. We see more men be born. My daughter got 5 boys and not one, 6 boys and not one girl. Boys, I had more boys than I did girls. Perhaps it's the testosterone in us because I grow the hair. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of men in jail. There's a lot of men who are homosexual and love only another man. Women is few. I think that is a lot less women. I mean, I don't know. I have not done a population count. I would be interested to know, is it more men on this planet than it is women? I don't know. I don't know. I know that humanity is a great quality, and I love humanity. I might be scared of people, but I love them, though. I can't lie about it. We're unstable. We'll do anything. Y'all have a great day.